the biggest gap what we are finding is the total threat landscape, that is when the incidents happen, they are not getting generated in public domain because the corporates are extremely cautious for right reasons. They are extremely cautious in reporting the incidents that happen internal to the organization. One of the major reasons is the reputation risk. They are bothered about what will be the reputation of the company, customer confidence. These are the issues that they are worried. And secondly, they have a big issue regarding capacity of the governmental systems to their ability to handle when a case is reported, and also the confidentiality that they think needs to be protected, it may not be protected. One is building up that confidence in the corporates that okay, here is the situation. Second, from when you asked about government perspective, on the government perspective, we have to realize that the technology is rapidly evolving, ensuring that there is a set of individuals and people who are available within the government who can handle these cases. What is the kind of capacity that they have? What is the technical expertise that is needed by them? Do we have those technical competencies in the people? Now, one thing what we realize, like I being a law enforcement officer now working with NASSCOM and Data Security Council of India, which is an initiative of NASSCOM, we realize that the competencies cannot be internal to the organization because the technology is evolving rapidly. So there has to be a constant and an established kind of relationship between the industry and the law enforcement, so that the law enforcement gets benefited by the expertise that is available in the industry. And at the same time, we work towards enhancing the capacities of the government. So that is what the NASSCOM and the Data Security Council of India, the initiatives in cyber security are trying to do. The major initiative NASSCOM started in 2004 was this cyber security initiative, which we tried to work towards capacity building in governments, particularly law enforcement. So we named it as India Cyber Labs project. So this is nothing but a small, permanent, structured training initiative by the NASSCOM with industry collaboration to support the law enforcement in training their personnel. Not only law enforcement, but prosecution, judiciary, and various other government departments. And also we work with the industry to enhance their understanding of what is the Information Technology Act and what are the requirements and all those things. So we started that, and we run presently 4 labs in India, that is Mumbai, Pune, Thane, and Bangalore. So far we trained about 8,000 personnel across various states and locations. This year we are very fortunate to have the support from Andhra Bank and Lakshmi Vilas Bank to establish the Hyderabad Cyber Lab and Chennai Cyber Lab, which will be coming into existence in the next couple of months. After Data Security Council of India was formed by NASSCOM, which is a self-regulatory organization, Data Security Council of India is working towards making the data security and privacy practices, and it has brought out the framework of security practices and framework of privacy practices for implementation by the corporates, which would enhance the overall ecosystem of data privacy and security in India. That is being done. And secondly, Data Security Council of India entered into an initiative with McAfee to spread awareness in the school-going children, teachers, and parents. So the first program of it was launched in Bangalore recently in the last month, and where one school was targeted, and similar programs will run in the next 1 year, targeting at least 20 to 25 schools across 5-6 major metropolitan cities. One maybe which is in the public domain I can share is the Pune incident where ITV of UK has exposed regarding the medical data theft from an Indian BPO company. That was reported in UK media on a television channel. Now, NASSCOM proactively worked on this because it has 2-3 ramifications. One is it casts a shadow on the ability on the whole Indian BPO industry, because a BPO industry which has been entrusted with the responsibility to manage the data and do it. Number one. And number two is every other company and client across the world and countries would be watching how is India going to respond. Would it respond? Number three is how well are the law enforcement qualified to do this. And by proactive engagement with the law enforcement, particularly Pune police, who were extremely proactive and supportive when NASSCOM and the Data Security Council of India approached them, and they took it proactively and ensured that this case has been taken to a logical end. To a large extent, I believe, because ultimately it is a law enforcement domain, I would not like to comment on the internal details of the case, but to a large extent the case has been resolved, and a few other things they will be able to do that. One of the first steps what of late we started realizing is creating that nucleus in each state law enforcement and in government of a good caliber people is very, very essential. I think in the next 1 year, maybe 12, 18 months, our focus should be, which we are working with various, ultimately it is the local host institution which has to do that. So we would like to work with them to ensure that the local nucleus is built, which can be 10, 15 people who are highly qualified, trained, certified. I think I would be very happy to share that Karnataka Police has taken the initiative to send a couple of their law enforcement officers to get certifications, internationally recognized certifications, which they are being trained. Similar way, we would like to see that people in various state law enforcement and other governments are sent and this nucleus is formed. That is number one. And number two is we would like to see at various locations, that is, say, for example, the district headquarters, that may be in the medium term goal, is each district headquarters should have a small cyber cell which is capable of understanding and doing 80% of the cases. There may be 20% of those highly technical and complex cases which the state nucleus would be able to do, but remaining 80% of the cases the local district cyber cell should be able to do. That is number two. Number three is work constantly with the industry so that we build that confidence level between the industry and the law enforcement, so that industry is encouraged to share the incidents that happen and law enforcement is also encouraged to work proactively.